Well, hey, welcome back. Just took delivery of my new 2022 Jeep JLR, two-door Rubicon in Tuscadero Pink, the newest edition. This will make 5 Jeeps in the stable currently, and 2 dailies, 3 classics. So we're gonna go over it a little bit. I'm sure most of you already know what JLR would come with and optioned at, but this is the one I spec'd out. I ordered this back in October, November, I believe, and due to all the delays and the COVID supply chain, all that waiting, I was told, hey, you're not gonna see that till March or April, and I understood that. I already had a driver and said sure. And then come January, they said, hey, your Jeep's ready, it's built, it's here, it's a dealership. Well, I went ahead and went through a Kansas dealership that gets me 4% below invoice. So I said, well, hey, I've got to sell what I have and figure out transportation. So no big deal with the market the way it is today. I sold my Ram the week that I posted it, and had transportation a week later of this. So yeah, this is it. So Tuscadero Pink, it's the limited production run of this color, and they did really well with it. I think they've put this on a Challenger, maybe a Charger in the past. I think it was 2000, 2001, something like that. I'm gonna have to park next to one to see how close it is, if it's actually the exact color. But that's the primary reason why I bought this. I wanted a pink Jeep. I thought that color was really stunning. And then I wanted to spec it out a very specific way. I've already had 2 or 3 4-doors, 4-door JKUR, 4-door JLUR, and a 4-door Rubicon. So, and I've had 2-doors before. I had a 2-door 2010 JKR and 2-door TJs, 2-door CJs. But I want to go ahead and go down the 2-door path again. They're real fun. My son's getting a little older now, so he's not always on the trips. He's not always wanting to go. So here we are. We're going to build a 2-door. So the spec of this is a lot of unicorn. So I wanted that. My classics have a lot of unicorn in them, which adds value to me. And maybe the resale if somebody is lucky enough to buy one of these off me. So I wanted to get the 2-door version, because 90% of them are probably, 95% of them are probably 4-door versions, and probably 99% of those are women owners, which is great, because that's what Jeep was trying to market this to, and they did a great job. But I wanted something different. I wanted something rare. Limited production run in the color. They generally will never do this color again in the Wrangler platform. They might do it on another platform, but not the Wrangler. So I wanted that, and then I wanted the 2-door, and I wanted the Rubicon package. Color match top, color match fenders, some bells and whistles that makes this more unique, and maybe 1 or 2 off. There's not too many 2-doors that were ordered. The ordering, from what I understand, ended. It was extended from November to December, and I think that was it. I think they ended it. And this was a late order. The 21 orders had already completed. So this is considered a 2022. On the door tag, it even says, and the build sheet says 2022. So, hey, good for me. That adds some value for me. And it's to have a 2022 in this color, that's going to add even to the more unicorn of the production line. So they built the majority of these in 21. So we'll see. It takes a long time for value to come back on the limited productions, but we're going to find out and have fun building it while we do, driving it. Gosh, I've had so many of these, and it's going to be fun to get back into one. I got rid of my 2020 Gladiator a year ago and was driving a Ram 1-ton truck, which was great. Taking the family on camping trips, towing our tow behind, but this is going to be fun. So I'll walk around, show you the spec. It's really interesting. The color in the sunlight, obviously, like any color, is really stunning. It pops, a lot of metallic flake in it. It almost looks purple depending on the light. The interior, I did a couple things a little different. There's a lot of things that I won't spec out just because it doesn't add any value, or I just don't want to have that on my build. So there'll be some things that I don't do, but generally what's important is done with it. So that's generally what I do with my builds. But let's start on the back here. So I did do the reinforced hinge gate that Mopar provides, so it's a nice upgrade for the money. It's even got a little hole for your antenna CB ham, what have you. But it adds more support to that tailgate, because we all know if you've ever owned a Wrangler, that's a weak point over time with a heavier tire, which this will get 37s, 38s maybe, and so it adds a lot of weight. Sometimes I'll do a tire delete or a custom rear carrier. I'm not really into the bumper carriers, never really have been. Don't find any that I like, so I'll usually just do a carrier and a steel bumper with more clearance, and that usually suits my driving style. But yeah, so the rear bumper is the stock bumper. It's going to come off and go away. I did get the tow package, so there's the hitch there and the light pins. It probably won't tow anything. It might tow a classic or two, just do a couple car shows. They have ability to tow, obviously, but a short wheelbase towing is sketchy. So especially after it's modified, so that's not the intention. But it did, I think it, if I remember right, it adds a heavy duty alternator and maybe a transcooler. Could be wrong, but that makes sense when you get the tow package. So yeah, you get some benefit other than a hitch. So like I said, color match fenders, color match top. I've never had a color match top before. And out here in Colorado, we're going to find out how much I dislike it, I'm sure, with some trees. But, you know, hey, you get them to scratch them and have fun with them, so I don't mind that at all. It'll buff out, right? Common saying. Let's open up the back door. It's got, I didn't opt in for the Alpine system either. It's, again, something that I don't see adds a lot of value. The stock radio with the large screen does everything that I need it to do, so there's no reason in opting in for $1,000+ for some sound. So you get this speaker right here, and then the rear seat folds down. You do this, and the headrests, as it goes forward, pop down automatically. So they'll fall like that, and then with no effort, it just pops up. It kind of just gives you all the room you're going to need, cargo-wise, dog-wise. If you've gone and bought a bunch of gear, a bunch of boxes, they'll fit back there just fine. Camping gear, fishing gear, whatever you need, it's going to fit back there real well. And then it goes back just as easy. They give you a little strap right here, pops up. Now a lot of people will keep the headrest down because it blocks the rear view, but they're an easy pop-up. You just take them and pop them right up, not a big deal. But a lot of people leave them down just for the rear view of the mirror. It's got a power source right there, so if you need, if you're out, something charged, you've got a source in the back of the rig you can do that with. In 18, when I bought my 4-door Rubicon, it had an issue, and a lot of people had this issue. The rear defroster, these little contacts, they're soldered on, I believe, here and here, and that'll activate the rear defrost for the window. But the solder was breaking. It was not holding. Either there wasn't enough, or like if you see here, they've kind of scratched off some of this material to where it's metal, and it will adhere better. And from what I understand, my 18 did that. I never did turn it in for warranty work, but my understanding was rather than just resolder it, they would just replace the entire window, all of it, give you everything. So that was a real expensive warranty for Jeep. So I'm thinking they might have figured that out to save them some money and some heartache in the future. But yeah, it looks like they've solved that on the rear. Did not get the leather seats. Again, that's just not what I like to do. My 18 had them, and they were okay. Obviously, it's nice, but they're a little too firm for me. I don't like the way they feel. They're obviously cold, you know. Takes a while for them to heat up. But, you know, cloth, I love it. It's great for me. The large touch screen, automatic. I did opt in for the automatic. My stick shift days are in the past. So this is it. I'm gonna go ahead and take you in on the driver's side. Show you the options there. We'll kill the radio so it's not so loud. And yeah, this one has 16 miles on it. You see that? Does it focus in? So they said, yeah, it's got 13 miles on it when it came, was delivered. and they said they're going to put a couple 2-3 miles on it, just getting a car wash, getting a gas put in it before it is put on the transporter. So it was delivered to me with 16 miles on it, which is outstanding. The wheels still have the delivery stickers on them. This was not, it was obviously dealer prepped because that's state law. They have to do what they have to do to be able to release it. But they there's a lot that is dealer prep, was just very minimal, which is what I like. I don't want them going through it, test driving it, jumping in it, going to lunch. This was delivered, prepped, and transported to me. So yeah, we'll go back over to the door. It's quite dirty. You know, the transporter had to go 1,200 miles from Kansas to this Denver location. It's 1,200 miles, and then the cells gave me some cool ducks. I like that. The let's see, kill that. The setup, I've got the cold weather package, remote start. So you've got heated seats, heated wheel. Obviously it's a Rubicon. There's your lock engage, disengage, sway bar disengage, your media for your charging, and I did opt in for the aux switches, so those are really handy. Hooking up lights for me, and I'll hook up probably an ARB compressor for air, and who knows what else. I'll figure something else out. I always do. I did opt in for the what's that, garage door opener, the controls on your visor, so that's kind of handy. It's easy program for that. There's the sound bar back there, and the rear seats, plenty of room. If you've never really dealt with a two-door, there's just a little handle right here. You pull on it, and the seat not only folds forward, it'll slide, this being so new. And then you can get access to the rear and just climb right over that seat. Both seats do the same thing. Gives you a little easier access to get into it, and you just slide it back, pop it up, and you're ready to go. So easy peasy. I like it. Light controls. I did opt in for the LED light package that I've had on both modern Jeeps, the 18 and the 20, and it was really worth the price. It wasn't too much, which for what you get, it's a great bang for your buck. LED headlights, LED turn lights, LED rear lights. They're so much brighter than the non-LED. It's well worth it, and most Jeep owners, especially first-time Jeep owners, the first thing they do is upgrade their lights because they realize what a mistake they made. So that's done. Let's see. Just the regular stock bumper. I didn't go with the steel package because, again, I'm going to replace that with the steel winch bumper with probably a stubby or a mid-width. I might go with mid-width this time. Mount a winch up there, maybe a couple lights, and we're going to color match that to the pink. I'll probably take off the Rubicon rails on the bottom. They provide no step whatsoever, but they do. They honestly, I've had them on rocks, and they don't do too bad. They're more stout than I ever thought, but they really don't provide a step or much protection if you happen to get a little too close to objects. So I'll probably get a little step on there, a little slider. I always do on my Jeeps, and make that powder coated to color match as well. And we'll do a little bit here and there. Obviously, I like to color block like my green one. We'll go an all theme, all color, and make it stop. Just make it pop and stand out. Most Jeep owners, they'll get it, and not sure what to do with it, so they end up looking like everybody else. And I'm not that guy. I like to stand out. It's going to be on probably a 2.5 inch lift. I've had them all. Coilovers, long arms, you name it. But for 37s on a Rubicon, you can put 37s on this right now and it would be just fine. But I'm going to go ahead and get a little more clearance and off-road ability, and I'm going to get probably a 2.5 inch lift on this, so you don't have to worry about driveline issues or brake line issues. It's not too tall to fit in parking garages. It's really an all-around good lift, and it's plenty of room for the 37-inch tires for up travel, so you're not beating on those nice fenders. Of course, we all bump stop our lifts, or you should be, and that'll help control that too. And it'll probably get a real nice set of 37s. I'll probably put a really good set of bead locks on it, for no other reason but bead lock. They're really pain to put on and maintain, but they are the best quality. They do their job, and they look great. And I'll probably get a color matched rock ring for those. So those are some plans that I've got for it right off the bat, and we'll start enjoying it. We have just outstanding weather right now, but I have my classics in the garage put away for winter. So I've got my 54 Willys truck parked next to my 83 Scrambler, and they're tucked away. They're drivers. I drive them every week when it's summertime, springtime, and fall, and they're taking up the space right now, but I can always move one out and get to work on the JL. And then I've got my 46 2A that I just picked up not too long ago. Really haven't done anything but fire it up, make sure it runs, and just parked it for a project or a flip. So got some interesting projects going on. We're gonna see how much we can get done and how often my mind changes. So on delivery, they gave me, I'll show you this right here, my window sticker. Of course, they didn't apply it, thankfully. And so we've got our 2022 Wrangler Rubicon. And then the really cool thing they do is they put the vehicles built especially for me. So that's kind of cool. Of course, you got your options and whatnot and the price. But like I said, the Kansas dealership did really well with me. Or I'm sorry, Kentucky. It was out of Paris, Kentucky. And they did real well, 4% on their invoice. Here's another bag that was in there, like hey, let's not unbox anything, unwrap anything. Let's let the owner do all that and have some fun. So this is just the way it came. This was sitting in there, so let's find out what this is. A sticker there. Unwrap it. See what we get out of the bag. Oh, look, that's the toolkit. So we've got, oh look, there's a hitch cover that says Jeep on it. You pop into your receiver, cover the hole, and then you've got your tool bag. So that tool bag is to assist you in taking off the hardtop and the doors. So a lot of people, like myself, we will go doorless and topless, or one or the other, vice versa. And so they send you a toolkit for that. It's pretty cool. And you just keep it in your glove box and you're good to go. So that's what was in that bag. Never had to open one of those before, so that was cool. And let's see, what else do we have here? Wow, cellophane wrapped up. Probably leave it the way that is. Take that out, protect it. Got the owner's manual. There's another little tool bag there. That's really cool. And then, of course, all the instruction manuals, all wrapped up in cellophane still. So I'll keep those protected for potential future owner and provide them with the best quality resale that I do, which is what I'd like to do. But it's got a regular glove box on top. It's got a secondary. It's got a little charging port down in there. So yeah, a lot of little bells and whistles, a lot of goodies, but it's fun. It's the color's what got me. The color, and a lot of people, oh my God, you bought a pink Jeep. Hey, there's the doggos. What were you thinking? But honestly, it's different. Anybody can go out and get a JL, but this one's going to be different, just the color alone. So I'm going to have fun. I hope you enjoyed the walk around, and follow along with the build. I'll keep posting videos. We'll go one at a time with deliveries. I'm sure that'll take some time with the supply chain kind of slowed down. So we'll see. Haven't ordered anything yet, but I will, and we'll get everything coming. And as it shows up, we'll go ahead and do a build. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you later.